What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have to be honest with you guys. I'm not positive, if you guys are going to consider this a hot take and you don't, just completely don't agree with me, or if you guys will actually think it's a good take and agree with me. But regardless, I'm going to have to go ahead and put this out because one thing has been kind of, not irritating me, not annoying me, but just kind of I guess putting me down about the vibes of Call of Duty is the skins that they keep introducing into this overall game. Gotta be honest with you guys, I don't really mind it being too flashy, especially when it comes to other games as well, like Apex, Fortnite, all those other games. Honestly, I think the skins are pretty cool, but when it comes to Call of Duty, again, I'm not completely against it, and I understand why they do it, because obviously that's what people want, they want to make them if they didn't make a ton of money off of them. But it really does make me miss the OG days of Call of Duty. And also, a certain streak in this game also exposes the skins within this game. And, what really ruins, again, the vibe and the visibility of the game as well when it comes to the core Call of Duty experience. But ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep into this topic, if you guys do enjoy what you hear today, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell because we do indeed post here every single day at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. And last but not least, if you guys are interested in any live streams, I do stream almost daily over on Kick. So, of course, if you guys want to hang out, vibe out, we do open lobbies all the time. You can add me over on there. You can find a link to that channel as well as all my other socials like Twitter and Discord down in the description of this video. All right, so I was scrolling through Twitter, and I saw that they're going to go ahead and introduce a brand new skin into Modern Warfare 3. And it's called the Wildlife Wanted Rubber Duck, as you can see right here. Low-key, I gotta be honest with you guys. It's not that bad as people are, making it out to be. And again, like I said, I'm not really against these skins, completely. I understand why they sell. I understand why people want them. But I have to be honest with you, at the end of the day, I can't deny it. I do miss the OG days of Call of Duty. Current day COD, you see people running around as 21 and Nicki Minaj, bunny rabbits, and now ducks and stuff of that sort. You got reindeers out here. It's a lot of different types of skins. But back in the day, when I'm talking about back in the day, I'm talking about Call of Duty. You can go to the OGs, COD 1 through COD 3, but I'm talking about like COD 4 up to Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was probably the flashiest because they started introducing weapon skins. And I'll be honest, the weapon skins were pretty out there. And I don't really mind the weapon skins. It's mostly the character skins. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. The freaking visibility, it absolutely kills me all the time. And I'll tell you right now, it's because of the actual character models. I can't tell who's on whose team anymore. And I haven't been able to do that for ages, ever since they started introducing these, crazy operator skins. Even when they tried to differentiate the teams in Modern Warfare 2019, it was still confusing because the skins are just so outlandish. And what it leads me to doing is just solely focusing on red dots. I don't focus on the enemy anymore. I don't focus on the player. I focus on their name tag. That's how I'm going to get my reaction time up. And that's why I suggest everybody else do as well. Don't worry about the player. Yes, you have to focus on the player to get your reaction time up. At the end of the day, you also got to go ahead and focus on the red name tag, the red nameplate, because a lot of the people look exactly the same nowadays. It's true. I'll be honest. And you want to know how I really pinpointed this? Obviously, it was always relevant. And I made this video multiple times before. But the EMP that they introduced into Modern Warfare 3, you know what's hilarious about that? I don't call in the EMP just for specifically taking down streaks. Actually, I'll tell you what I call in the EMP for: confusing the enemies. That is the best purpose of the EMP. And honestly, I use it a lot now, even though I don't think I'm using it in this gameplay right here, but I do use it a lot. I usually do UAV, advanced UAV, and then EMP. Because honestly, one, a lot of the assault streaks suck because obviously everybody has an insane amount of spawn protection, so they just shoot down your streaks in 5 seconds. And two, the intel streaks are a lot better than people, really think, including the EMP. It's hilarious. When you drop an EMP, the enemies shoot their teammates more than they shoot you. And that's why I always use it when I try to go on nuke streaks. Because an advanced UAV plus an EMP, you can literally see exactly where they are, where they're looking, where they're spawning. And at the same time, they don't even know that you are approaching. They don't even bother shooting at you sometimes. And you want to know why? They can't tell you're a freaking enemy because all the skins just make the game a massive blend. This has to be something for Warzone, because Warzone, in that environment, nobody cares, right? It's a lot easier to differentiate people. But when you're playing 6v6 or 10v10 or 12v12, and you have to rely on, seeing who your teammates are by just strictly red name tags or blue name tags, you got a problem here, man. You have a problem, and it's a lot more relevant in there. In Warzone, if you're playing solos, you know everybody's an enemy. In Warzone, when you're playing in duos, you know who your teammate is. But when you're lobby shopping playing solo and 6v6 all the time, and you're constantly getting new teammates, everybody's looking different all the time. It's impossible to differentiate an enemy from a teammate. And the same goes for dropping an EMP on me. I'll tell you right now, I don't bother going out when an EMP gets dropped. I do not bother. Do you know what I normally do? I go to the back of the map and I sit in the corner and I wait for it to go away. And guess what? Every person who runs in front of me, whether they're a teammate or not, gets shot at because I can't tell. There's been too many times where I just don't shoot because I can't tell. And guess what? I die. So guess what? Nowadays, when an EMP gets called in against me, everybody gets shot. You're lucky I'm not playing hardcore, because if I was playing hardcore, everybody's dying today. Everybody's dying. It's absurdly depressing how reliant you have to be based off of a red dot, above a player's name, or, a red diamond, whatever they are nowadays. It's so depressing that is what you focus on compared to the actual player model itself. And what's even funnier is that the purpose of the EMP has been completely changed. Again, I do not use I don't save it. Typically, when you get an EMP, you save it for the enemies to call in a streak because you want to take down their streaks instantly. But honestly, with how easy it is to shoot down streaks nowadays, completely irrelevant to even hold on to it. And honestly, like I said, it serves a better purpose, confusing the enemies. I would much rather scramble the enemies and have them not know who an enemy and a teammate are, compared to taking down one of their streaks that I could shoot down with half a mag with my squad. You get what I'm saying here? It's just rough. It's rough, and honestly, the EMP, it glitches enough. I don't know if they fixed it, but when you die, you get your red dot right back. You know how the EMP is supposed to knock out your reticles and stuff like that? If you just die, you literally get it right away. I don't know if they patched that or not, but that's besides the point. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm against the flashy styled skins when it comes to Call of Duty. I'm not saying that whatsoever, but they have to find a way to balance it better. There has to be a way to figure out who the frick is on your team and who is an enemy. And when you see them, you spot them, 1010% that person is an enemy. I don't know. Personally, I would say just stick to gun customizations. It would probably make the skins in the store cheaper, instead of pairing it up with an actual, operator cosmetic. I know people like to buy the operators, but realistically, you don't even get to see them in a first-person game. All you get to see is the weapon in your hands. And even those skins are rough because you can't see the whole backside of your gun. And some of the attachments, once you change them, you can't even keep the same look of the attachment, so it kills the overall vibe. Honestly, a lot of the skins in Call of Duty are very rough to tolerate. They really are. Honestly, all of it needs a complete makeover. The whole system needs a makeover. The weapons, how, they go ahead and make sure that the weapons are designed correctly. So no matter what skin you purchase, if you want to change the attachment, it'll still look good. They need to make sure that the operator skins, if they're going to continue doing this, you can differentiate who's an enemy, who's a teammate, easily. The fact that I can call in an EMP, and that's my biggest problem. Not the fact that I can't call in my streaks. Not the fact that I can't see through my reticle. No, my biggest problem is I can't tell who an enemy is. That's a little weird to me, These things need to be balanced out. Ladies and gentlemen, please go down in the comment section and let me know what you guys personally think about the skins within this game. Are you a fan of more realistic looking skins, or are you a fan of more, flashier looking skins? Or are you like me? Honestly, I like it a little bit more laid back. Like, personally, the new magma camo that you see on my gun right now, this is something of my standards, It's still flashy, it moves, it has a cool animation, but it's not like really just vividly in your face, This is more my style. But again, like I said, I understand people like really, really flashy things. But honestly, I feel like they should just stick it to the weapons. The operators are making it so rough to tell who's a teammate, who's an enemy. Because honestly, the operator skins are getting crazier and crazier by the minute. And so be it. Again, like I said, I know they make money off of that. But it's so freaking hard to tell, who is who when it comes to a multiplayer game nowadays. But ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell if you want to be notified for more content just like this. We do indeed post every day at 8 in the morning Eastern time here. And last but not least, we do stream almost daily besides Sundays over on Kick. So of course, if you guys want to check that out, I stream, anywhere between 12 and 1 p.m. Eastern time. You guys can find a link to that channel as well as all my other socials like Twitter and Discord down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.